For Man United to win a Premier League means they get much better. They're crap right now. I want them to stay exactly where they are. If we don't win it this year, we can go and win it next year.
Would you rather, in 2018, have signed Virgil van Dijk and not Alisson, or Alisson and not Virgil van Dijk?
Virgil van Dijk and not Alisson. I'll be honest with you. We're in a time currently, right now. I mean, you know, things can change very quickly. But Kelleher is being talked about being started above Alisson, and I'd still say Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. So we all agree there.
Correct.
Boss. But he's obviously more replaceable than Van Dijk, because I'm sure if Virgil went out, who are you talking about getting him in for?
This is the point.
We can't do that.
Let him talk himself into a corner.
There's no corner to talk into, because the undeniable fact, this is objective. We've got a good replacement who people are talking about going above Alisson. There's no one who can do that to Virgil. No one's ever been able to do that to Virgil, only to Alisson.
In my opinion, it's the most important place on the pitch, the goalkeeper. You don't win titles without a top goalkeeper. Let's say, hypothetically, we don't get Virgil in 2018 and our centre-backs are Matip and Gomez, or we go and get someone else. We'd never know, obviously. Matip and Gomez, excellent choices. They were at the time, however many years younger.
Never played.
Look at the goalkeeper we had in 2017-18. It was Karius. Look what he did. In the same year that we're talking about. Imagine if Alisson was in goal for that Champions League
You've chosen
final.
the worst example you could have given, though. We're saying that Virgil van Dijk is more important. That's the one we're choosing.
Here's the thing.
That's what we're saying.
The seasons where we've won things, the amount of saves that Alisson has had to make has been truly monumental, right? I think Alisson gets serially underrated as a goalkeeper for point-blank saves, for his presence in the box.
The Napoli save won us 3 trophies.
The Napoli
I don't think he's underrated. I think people know he's the best.
But my point is, he wouldn't have had to make those saves if the centre-back in front of him didn't allow some of those.
That's not reality, lads.
You can say that's doing a lot of lifting, and that's fair enough. But the point is, he still had to do those things. There's one season where he has to have like 18 of those. If he'd have not been goalkeeper, the average amount of extra goals we would have let in would have been 18 extra goals, which would have meant we didn't win anything in those
That's
seasons.
because of Matip and Gomez, not Virgil van Dijk.
But as a centre-back, you're not playing as an individual, you're playing as a unit. And there are times where I do feel that the B-side or the second player in that pair sometimes suffers because of their partner being Virgil van Dijk.
When you think about individual ability, right, we could get a goalkeeper who lacked in ability at times, but our defence could save him. Virgil van Dijk could
What, like Karius? If Alisson was in goal, we would have won that.
He had Virgil and who?
Lovren.
Can I remind you guys that's the start of our the title-winning season, where Alisson was missing for how many games at the start of the season?
Yeah, loads, lad. Kelly played more games last season than Alisson.
And who was ever present in that? Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is the most significant signing Liverpool have made, I don't know, since...
Behind Alisson, I'd agree, yeah.
I think Virgil van Dijk is quite clearly the correct answer, but you're entitled to your incorrect opinion.
Oh, thanks.
Would you rather Liverpool win the Champions League, but United win the Premier League, both teams win nothing?
My love for Liverpool outweighs my hate for you.
Lad, I'm a Scouser, I never want Man United to win none.
Go on then.
Yeah, we've got 6 Champions Leagues already. If we stop Man United from winning, great. That's all I need, lads. You know what I mean?
I think the next trophies that we win, I'll be absolutely fine with that. Because then in the next 5 years, we'd still catch them.
Listen. You're not understanding what the question that you're being asked here. For Man United to win a Premier League means they get much better. They're crap right now. I want them to stay exactly where they are.
Really.
If we don't win a Champions League this year, we can go and win it next year.
I'd like to invite you to the David Moyes era. Where that Manchester United team won a league title, went significantly worse, by the way, is still
David Moyes didn't win it though.
10 years
Ferguson
afterwards.
did, lads.
You made the claim. Manchester United win a league, everything changes for them.
Yes.
They won a league, they went crap.
No, that's not right.
So you can't have that as your
That's not correct, is it? Because Sir Alex Ferguson's one of the best managers that's ever managed in the game, right? He can make anybody win the league. As soon as they had that average team to an average manager, what happened, lads?
You have basically just agreed, okay, right, we win nothing. We don't add to our history at all because we hate Manchester United so much.
As a Liverpool fan, I'm in the business and I support the most coveted team. I'm not in the business of worrying myself, concerning myself with any other trash.
Thank you.
I want more and more trophies added to it, single-mindedly, regardless of anything else.
I agree with Alan Sugar.
You also want one trophy to be added to their trophy cabinet as well.
We win an extra trophy with this. We win the biggest trophy in football in my eyes. If I stand in this box, United stands in that box, they just get another league title. They'll probably go crap right afterwards. I don't mind.
My hatred for Man United is deep-rooted, lad. I don't
No,
want
I
them
get
to
it.
win.
And I would hate to take that hatred of Man United.
Lad, I watched Rio the other day coming in and looking at our trophy thing.
No, but that was funny. That was funny though. When he does the 19 thing and then he goes,
No, but I don't want to take his hatred away.
When
I
United
want him to have that passion.
Exactly, so let's keep him there, lads. You know what I mean?
I don't want to take your hatred away. I want you to hate Man United.
These are mad, these questions, aren't they?
Would you rather Trent Alexander-Arnold leave in the summer or Mo Salah leave in the summer?
That's heavy, that, you know. Horrible
I think
question.
there's actually quite a simple
Awful
answer to this.
question.
Yeah. How dare none of you stand up for my Scouser? These are horrible. Right, go on.
I love Trent so much. We need a Scouser in the team. But if he wants to go and play for Real Madrid and have a lovely time there and an experience and go and play with some of the best players that have ever played the game, lad, we can't begrudge him it. He's done it for Liverpool. He's paid his dues. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League. He's won all the other cups. And he's become the best right back in the world at Liverpool. And that's glorious, lad. He'll still always be a legend. But if he wants to go to Real Madrid, I can't begrudge him for it.
I don't think any of you would be as confident in your answer if we didn't have Conor Bradley.
I agree. Massively agree. That's the point. That's the point, though.
The second that a young right back, because do you know what I'm seeing right here? I'm seeing 4 dudes experiencing Jordan Ibe and Raheem Sterling. This is what I'm seeing. With how significant he's been to the build-up of the team, the assists that he's had, you think about the assist records that he's breaking, the age that he's at. Scouser, Salah is 32, 33 years of age. With Trent Alexander-Arnold, if I'm going to make a case for him, because, you know, I thought the same as you. I was like, well, Conor Bradley, he's doing good and we can probably replace him easier than Salah's goals. But Salah is 32, 33. You don't want a potential Aubameyang situation, which might not happen.
Oh, come on. Mo Salah is irreplaceable, whereas Trent, as much as I love him, as much as he is the best right back we've ever had, we do and we are lucky to have Conor Bradley there.
And 3 years...
And if we didn't, my answer would be different.
The 3 years you've just gave me for Mohamed Salah, I would like to return to you for 10 years of potentially England's greatest footballer for the next 10 years.
But also, if his man's
that's
not
what
in
you're
it.
turning down.
But if he does what all you do,
exactly.
Oh, look.
Thank you, Chris.
If his mind's not in it, and this is the only reason why we're picking this spot right now, is because if his mind is not with Liverpool, then he should go somewhere else, lad. And I don't begrudge him for it.
If he doesn't want to sign a new contract, why are you standing in that
Because
box?
of the age factor and longevity factor, I think Trent Alexander is a phenomenal footballer.
Yeah,
generational. I wouldn't have minded Trent leaving if we got a fee for him. The fact that he's going for free irks me.
It does.
Absolutely irks me.
It does.
And so therefore...
What a signing he was, eh? Wasn't he a good
Do
signing
you think
to bring
as
over
well,
this,
if Trent does, in my opinion, the right thing, signs the contract that allows us to get the fee, then I think the dislike wouldn't be as much.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But if he
so what
does
you
just
just saying,
leave
Alex,
for free,
agreed.
I don't think I can
So
take
can I
that.
ask another
my
question? So
thoughts.
say he wants to be a much higher paid player. So say
Yeah.
he wants the 350 grand or 300 grand a week.
Yeah.
Can any of us genuinely stand here and say that right now the performances that Trent is putting in are equivalent to the 350 grand a week performances?
No, it's not. But Salah has had spells of that as well, hasn't
Yeah, he does.
But look,
It's been
20
20 seasons where he scored 22
with
goals.
the money,
That's almost
with the
half
money
games
in
where he
football.
hasn't
That's
scored.
loads, though.
He's 32, 33.
James.
But he's gaslighting me into like saying like Salah doesn't score goals. He doesn't. He scores.
Yeah, we're doing that.
James, stop
No,
that.
what you are exchanging is 3 more years, potentially, of a 32-year-old making it to 35 in this current form, over a self-admitted generational talent who's came through the academy, won everything with the club, like the way Salah has, with 10 more years.
Say you
on
want to
top of
stay
his
there.
career.
I'm embracing this.
That's all it is.
Say you want to stay and we'll come to that box.
I'll be honest, I don't want to go through in
So,
5
okay.
years. He might go to
No,
Real
we already
Madrid
just
again.
said it. So it's the contract situation right now
That's
that's
a
got
good
you in
point.
that box.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's all I
That's a
needed
good
to hear.
point.
Sound?
Would you rather have a peak Steven Gerrard in your team or a peak Mo Salah in your team?
It's a tough one. I don't know how you guys sprinted over in one go.
I'll be honest with you, I just think we all think of the fact that we had a very underperforming team. There was one very outstanding player, and Mohamed Salah has been a great player amongst a great bunch. They're both fantastic. They both got great legacies. You can make arguments. I just think, come on, like.
I think the point for me was peak Steven Gerrard covers so many bases in so many positions, and that's why I've gone here. I think a peak Steven Gerrard would just help us in so many positions.
You've all annoyed me. I think I might do that. So I do think Steven Gerrard, if you're going to make an argument against him, sometimes let his ego get in the way a little bit. There are times where I think he put the team on his back, and actually the team maybe they wouldn't have needed to be put on his back if he'd have given them the reins to do more of being a team. And there are times where, for instance, when you see him turn into Xabi Alonso and going, oh, you should have given the ball to him, and Xavi's doing something incredible himself.
claps him
And-
after.
Mo Salah does the same.
But-
Mo Salah used to have arguments with Mane because he didn't pass him the ball. Lad.
But
Gerrard was the leader of that team, so he set the example for everybody else to play to his standard.
Yeah.
And that's why he got a drab team to win a Champions League, lad. Not only did he do that, he played for the club since he was about 5 years old. He was a Scouse representation. He showed the world what Scousers are all about. And that's why I'm standing in this box right now. There's no doubt that Mo Salah goes in our best ever players, top 5, top 10. But if you're talking about Liverpool, the heart of that is a Scouser, and that was Steven Gerrard.
It's more that I think there are also times where Mo Salah has been shown to be a really selfless player. There are times where I think he's been one of the silent leaders within the team that rarely gets any credit. There's a lot of times where I think that the arguments with Mane were the kind of things that drove Liverpool to titles.
Agreed.
And the fact that you could have someone who was so always balanced between being really competitive and just a horrible player to play and being a really balanced person makes Liverpool the Liverpool that we are today.
I'd like to ask you, do you think that that particular point you've just made outweighs what Gerrard brought to the team?
And let me add this as well. Can Mo Salah do what Gerrard did in that team?
I think Salah's actually made other players better.
Yeah.
And we don't respect that enough as Liverpool fans.
Nunes.
If Nunes has got the ball,
Yeah.
it's like he's looking for dad.
Yeah.
He goes, where is he? And he'll always run towards him. And the same for Trent. He's given him that space
But
to
that
grow.
caliber, I agree with you.
And the same with Hendo.
I agree with you about the point, but I'm talking about the actual class and caliber of player that Salah has played with, and alongside.
Are you saying Igor Bishkan is not the very top level of where Liverpool play?
There you go.
If you asked Henderson, who has actually played with both for Liverpool, it'd be interesting to see what he says.
Probably say somewhere between the two, wouldn't
He would be in the middle there.
Yeah,
with
fair
me.
enough.
Would you rather sack Arne Slot and hire Pep Guardiola, stick with Arne Slot?
That's an easy question.
This is not a question. Because we have a stronger identity.
Yeah, we got the right baldy. He's the right one for us, lads.
Just one question, I'm not going to go there to ask it though. If we weren't where we are right now, like top of the Champions League, top of the Prem, would we be still in this?
Of course not, lad, but we are, so that's why we're here.
Honestly,
What kind
even
of
though I'd still do that.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lads, we're standing here because he's been fantastic for us and we like his leadership.
Can I
He's
just-
a tactical genius. Let me just make
Yeah.
one point. What I love about Arne Slot is his way he's come into this team with a Jurgen Klopp blueprint, and he's just tweaked it like a little Dutch consultant going, right? And now, dare I say it, we're playing better football than we did last season.
Agree.
What if this was end of last season, the choices were Slot or Pep, who would you have taken?
That's what I tried to indicate at the
So
start.
So if we
no,
didn't know about
answer that.
Slot, say that you took Slot out and you just went, would you take Pep?
or the Feyenoord
The
manager.
reason you can make an argument for Pep would be that Pep would come to Liverpool and everything would just be amplified by 10. So he'd have a better relationship with the fans, stadium would be a bit louder as well, and he would make the team play a kind of football that we can get behind. As a stadium, we can get behind them, we could be those guys who are like, Pep's ours now. We could steal all of that and put that in our
I don't accept
I
it,
don't
lad.
like
Absolutely
that.
not,
He's
lads.
just not a Liverpool
Absolutely not.
manager. He never will be in
He's,
my
the,
opinion.
Liverpool
he's our
team,
villain
is
of the last 10 years.
Yeah,
You're
but I
not
think
coming to my club, lad.
you got to remember the great
Thank you.
question that was put forward to us was at the end of the season. Imagine the heartbreak we've just felt. Klopp's leaving. I didn't know too much about Slot. All I knew was he's rejected Spurs, which was fantastic. Everyone rejects Spurs, so that's nothing major, right? If you're offering me at that stage where we're down and we're out because Klopp is leaving, and you're offering me Pep Guardiola,
No.
I don't think in our right minds we say no.
You do?
We deal with the.
you wanna go there
We
then?
deal with.
tell you what
we
you
deal
do.
with the aftermath later.
Final point, honestly, and I'll make it quick. I don't want to do this London thing where like London teams sign each other's players and sign each other's
We're not
managers.
like that.
and
What is
but,
that,
Like,
lads?
I don't want to do that to me rivals. Like I know everyone likes to say like City Pool or the friendly rivalry. It weren't friendly enough for me to want their manager, unlike the London teams who like to do all that. So
This isn't Arsenal-Chelsea, this is Liverpool and Man City.
Liverpool and Manchester, that's it.
Well done, that's a great one to get in at the end.
Bro, I've been watching Arsenal for 17 years now, no f***ing major trophy, and you don't want me to care about Tottenham.
Yes, yes.
I need our club back at the top tier.